So basically, this tea and coffee contains a chemical known as polyphenols or tannins that prevents the absorption of iron in the body. So some studies show that tea affects absorption, like decreases the absorption of iron to around 60%, and coffee decreases the absorption of iron in our body to around 35 to 40%. So try to consume this tea and coffee 1 hour before or after our meals to prevent the decreased absorption of iron. We require different types of vitamins and minerals to carry out the different functions of our body. I am Dr. Kavya. Today I will be discussing about iron, its importance in our body, and how we can get iron from the various natural sources of food to prevent. What is the importance of iron in our body? Even if it is a trace element, we require iron to carry out various functions of our body. So the important first one is the formation of hemoglobin, a protein that is present in our blood, which is required to carry oxygen that is present in our blood to different parts of our body. So if iron is less in our blood, the hemoglobin production will be decreased. So it will be leading to a condition known as iron deficiency, anemia. So the other functions of iron are like it is important to carry out various brain functions like immediate memory and other immunity related functions, and also it is present in our muscle as a protein known as myoglobin, which carries or stores oxygen that helps in contraction of our muscles. So iron is very important for our body. So it is important in our children, so in the growing teens and the pregnant and lactating women, menstruating women. So all these groups should consume the correct or the required amount of iron. What is the daily requirement of iron? So we know that it differs from men and women. So according to ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, men should consume around 19 mg of iron daily, and the menstruating women should consume around 29 mg of iron per day, and the pregnant women should consider consuming around 27 mg of iron per day. And in children, the amount varies according to the age and the growing stage. There are two types of iron in our foods. So one is heme iron that is found in the animal sources, which is easily absorbed into our body, and the other one is non-heme iron that is found in the plant sources, which will require a vitamin C source for its easy and better absorption into our body. There are some factors that affect or influences the absorption of iron in our body. So there are some things like enhancers that increases absorption of iron in the body, and there are some factors like inhibitors that decreases or prevents absorption of iron in our body. So let's see what are these. So we know that our green leafy vegetables and our cereals are rich sources of iron. So what happens when we consume it as it is? So there are some chemicals known as oxalates present in these foods that prevents the natural absorption of iron in our body. So those are the inhibitors that are present. So what we can do to prevent this decreased absorption? So there is an option or one solution for this. So we can add vitamin C rich foods like our amla, oranges, guava, gooseberries, all these things can be included. That increases the absorption of iron into our body. So vitamin C is a good source that helps in the absorption of iron in our body. And there are some factors that increases the absorption, like other factors like proteins that are rich in the animal foods, animal food related proteins that helps in the absorption of iron in our body. So these are the factors that helps the absorption of iron. So there are some other things like consumption of tea and coffee along with our food. So basically, this tea and coffee contains a chemical known as polyphenols or tannins that prevents the absorption of iron in the body. So some studies show that tea affects absorption, like decreases the absorption of iron to around 60%, and coffee decreases the absorption of iron in our body to around 35 to 40%. So try to consume this tea and coffee 1 hour before or after our meals to prevent the decreased absorption of iron. So let's discuss some iron-rich foods in our Indian meals. So as we told earlier, we have heme iron and the non-heme iron. So what are the heme iron or the animal groups that provide our iron? So we have egg, especially the yolk part of the egg. Then we have the liver of chicken, mutton and the meat items that are also a rich source of iron. Then we have our fishes like sardines, also are rich sources of iron. So coming to the plant-based or the non-heme sources of iron, so we have one important thing that we can get around our localities, like moringa leaves or the drumstick leaves are rich sources of iron. So how we can incorporate into our diet? So we can make curries with it, we can make stir fries with coconut, or we can include it into our rotis or chapatis or dosas to increase the iron content in our food. Next we have our spinach or amaranth, which is again a good source of iron. So we can also include that in our parathas or into our daily breakfast items. So it increases the iron. Then we have different sources like millets, like ragi, which are also rich sources, which we can consume as porridge or like malts with milk or like a rotis with ragi. All these items can be prepared with our ragi. And dry figs are also great sources of iron, which are good for children and the pregnant women. So we have again pumpkin seeds, jaggery, sesame seeds. All these are rich sources of iron. So how we can incorporate into our daily life? So we can use it as a snack. So we can mix or we can make a salad of fruits, some fruits like pomegranate. Then we can add some sesame seeds or pumpkin seeds along with some dates and figs. So we can have it as a nutritional salad for our children and family in the evenings. Now we can see what are some common mistakes that we do in our daily life. So first one is skipping the inclusion of our green leafy vegetables and pulses in our meals. So that tremendously reduces the iron present in our meals. Then having lot of processed and oily or packaged food items also affects the absorption of iron in our body. Then relying only on supplements for the requirement of iron. So we have various sources of iron that can give naturally the iron that is required for our body. So there are some exceptional cases like some malabsorption conditions that will be preventing the absorption of iron in our body, which will require treatments or medical attention for those conditions. So now I will be discussing few meal plan ideas that will be incorporating the iron rich foods into the diet. The breakfast, you can have Ragi dosa with chutney and a protein source which can be either egg or paneer. So that can provide the protein for you. So along with this, you can add an orange or amla, which is a vitamin C source that will help in absorption of iron. So for the lunch, you can have brown rice with dal and spinach curry along with a squeezed lemon onto it to improve the absorption of iron. For the evening snack, you can have a sesame nuts bowl, or you can even have a mixture of roasted chana with dates and peanuts. And for the dinner, you can have chapati or roti along with egg curry and a salad which is made up of mixed vegetables that contains beetroot and other veggies and seasoned with pepper and lemon juice. These are the tips for you today. First one is use vitamin C food sources into your meals. So it increases absorption of food. Second one is avoid consuming tea and coffee along with your food. So it decreases the absorption. So what you can do, try to take it 1 hour prior or after the meals. Third one is try to use iron vessels or iron kadais for cooking. So it increases the incorporation of iron into our meals. Then fourth one is for those picky eaters in your family. So those who does not like the taste of cereals or the green leafy vegetables, what you can do, you can incorporate or include them into the daily rotis or chapatis or the idli dosas. So you can mix it along with that. It will give a color and attractiveness to the food.
So which item will you be adding first? Please comment in the comment box. So if you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel for more healthy tips. Do watch our upcoming video to know more about the conditions related to iron in our body.